And one final map between these two teams is going to decide who's going to be heading to a 2-1 scoreline and who will be dropping to a 1-2 scoreline. As things certainly going to be heating up on Train with the Flames and the Ninjas. That's a battle for the ages. Ninjas versus Flames.
To be fair, Flames probably would burn Ninjas to a crisp, so that's not a fair fight.
Ninjas
well,
could probably
have fire
like
extinguishers.
Ninjas could probably like dodge and I don't know.
Dodge fire.
Do ninja stuff against the Flames, like the Airbender.
Yeah,
does the Airbender count as a ninja?
There were like those Earth people from the Bossing Say. What were they called? Like that were sort of the secret police guys, kind of ninjas ish.
Okay. Well, this is an
Don't you
awkward.
remember anything of the Last Airbender?
I mean, I never watched the film.
Oh my god, the series.
I never watched the series either.
Oh my god. Legend of Korra, nothing.
No. Didn't really expect to get grilled on Last Airbender lore, to be honest.
Doesn't even expect. You should always expect the unexpected. Yeah. It is going to be Copenhagen Flames getting a clean sweep on their knife round, and that should get them to start on the CT side, which normally should be in their favor.
Yeah, CT Train. Pretty hog champ, as some people would say. Can't believe I just said that. Can we go back 20 seconds in my life and just redo that, please? And I'll say something different. Like, cool. CT side of Train is pretty cool, Truman.
T side even cooler.
Well, if you're able to pick up lots of rounds on the T side, that is very cool.
I mean, it is cool if you manage to get that done, yeah. Oh my, he actually legged him. Going for the nutty plays, no scope missing. Would have hoped to see a nice little couple of great catches there.
One moment, I just need to plug in my headset so it doesn't run out of battery. Yeah, you can run the show for a second, can't you, Truman?
I'll try.
Yeah. Talk about Airbender or something.
Yeah, he doesn't even know Avatar The Last Airbender. I mean, how could you not? It's like a classic. Man, gotta get onto his Nickelodeon game. While he's plugging in that headset. So far, the warm-up seems to be pretty a-okay between the two sides. Not that it matters at all, because they're just jumping around trying to go for the quick shots.
Okay.
Nikodos. That battle against Nikodos and Fizzy is going to be a fun one on Train, though.
Oh, yeah. We mentioned it on Overpass briefly about these sort of two AWPers. Nico had a very strong Inferno, dropped off on Overpass quite a bit. But Train is really a map where you need your AWPer to step up. And we'll see whether he can do so. I mean, on Inferno, he was 25 and 15, highest in the server. Overpass 14 and 18. But then again, not really any of the team were finding much. It was mostly Nodios who was leading the way for the Copenhagen Flames. But yeah, for sure, if whoever's AWPers get firing pretty early on are gonna be able to storm quite a lead, I think. Just your ability to find sort of opening picks on Train and really dictate how the map is played is such a great thing about Train. And yeah, enough about AWPing on Train. Hopefully we'll get into this game relatively shortly, because we've been watching a lot of this warm up, but I'm hearing a lot of ticks in the chat, and that's a good thing.
Or it's a very, very bad thing.
Could be very, very bad as well. Yeah, true. But I'm an optimist sometimes. Yeah, they cancel each other out.
Sometimes that doesn't sound like an optimist. I'm an optimist only when things are going good. Wait, what?
That's just a realist, isn't it?
That's pretty much that's just like
Or
every
just
human
somebody
being
with...
ever.
Yeah.
Common sense.
Yeah. Pistol
But we are
round.
getting live into the pistol.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm glad they have a kit though in the Copenhagen Flames.
Yeah. Good boys. Good Max. Big props. Gets a tip immediately. Commend for good team play.
Never do that. But Yabi, 2 kills for him. 2 trades though from Young Ninjas. Does leave things in a 3-on-3. A smoke down allows them to get around the back of that green train without being detected by Nico Dos. But Asilian has been able to see just a little sliver of them from the back of Ivy, and he's trying to take the fights. It's a long-winded fight. Eventually, he'll get the kill. Death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Yeah, but he barely took any damage as well. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
Like, if I get it, if they're both dropping low and getting tagged, but they just completely whiffed him. He finds himself a second, and Nilo gets the bomb plant in a 1v2 situation, and does hear him running around the site against Sicilian, but Sicilian gets 3 kills, and somehow he manages to stay alive till the end with almost no bullets left in his gun. 5 bullets.
Because he used 75% of the bullets on that one player towards Ivy.
Pretty much.
Oh dear. But a better start on train than they got on overpass, that's for sure, already.
It's not that hard to manage that, but true. Yes.
And they bring the AWP out already for Nico, which is very interesting, considering obviously Young Ninja's going for the force into this round. It's only a couple Galils, AW, or an AK rather, and a couple of little bits and pieces. And Nico Dos, although he finds the opening kill, has now been traded out by Fizzy's Galil. The AWP can't be recovered by the T side. Copenhagen Flames lock that off, so the Young Ninjas can't get to it, but already a 4-on-4.
Don't forget the bomb, Manon.
He has gone back to collect it.
You're on. Oh, the B-bomb side hit coming through. Long range. Galil, not that bad of a weapon in that situation. Fizzy takes out Asilian. The B-bomb site is at the moment in control of the terrorists. The bomb has not been planted yet, though. And they even find Sapetch. But somehow Nodio's completely not ready for the possible position of Fizzy there. Nonetheless, a 2-on-2 situation ensues. Bomb's still not planted, and they're going to rotate away towards that A bomb site, get the bomb planted, and yeah, these CTs are a little bit far away for that quick retake, so this is going to be probably a very good situation for the Ninjas with that AWP. Is it still somewhere?
I was just thinking that. I don't know if they moved it anywhere. I don't see it on the floor. As the Copenhagen Flames sneak their way out of Pop Dog. A nice quick kill onto Man and leaves LNZ now all on his lonesome. But with the bomb ticking down, neither of these Copenhagen Flames players have a kit, so it's going to be the full 10-second stick. And right now it's Manx who's tapping the bomb, and that leaves so little time. Yabi can no longer win this round, as the Young Ninja's going to steal it away from the Copenhagen Flames. And that was a horrible situation. Round, well. Yeah, they bought an AWP onto Nico Dos as well. He gets an opening pick, then gets instantly traded.
And yeah, LNC with the Mac Daddy. Nice job from the Ninjas, and Copenhagen Flames completely broke. They only have Yabi with a little bit of with that M4, and the rest is, of course, going to buy up behind it. Nikodo's saving, no, he's not even saving some money for inevitable AWP if necessary. But it is just going to be Ninjas with a pretty successful round in their favor.
Two Deagles, M4, MP9 for Cillian. Nade going into his position towards Pop Dog. Molotov as well. He's not having a fun time. He's down to 67 HP. before he's even seen anybody. Could have been much worse, though. Could have been a lot more damage done by the utility combination. As Young Ninjas, they're just going to explode onto this B bomb site. Exploding may have been the wrong word to use, as Yabi quickly takes down Fizzy. And actually, the Copenhagen Flames are putting up a pretty solid defense right now with a limited weaponry. But now, Young Ninjas start to just overhaul and overcome the defense that Copenhagen Flames tried to put up. Asilian, now the last player alive, and LNZ is checking for him behind and will take the kill. So it is going to be Young Ninjas up to 2, making good of their force by victory. And you can make good of some betting bonuses. If you head over to Loot.BET, you can use code LOOT and get yourself some deposit bonuses and some free spins. You can do !LOOT in chat if you want to learn more about that.
Well, everyone wants some extra loot and to do some nice little quests as well. Daily quests on LOOT.BET that you can achieve. Let's see, LNZ expecting an Ivy rush, and well, they are grouped up heavily. They're probably going to go for a little bit of a tower stack. And will there be... Okay, Jabby, not necessarily in the best position if they get rushed. Has to shoot through his teammates to be able to do anything. But they're not even going to hit that site. Just, oh, look at this. Quick rush out towards Ivy.
Ooh, Fizzy just missing the timing to spot that player. But it's not going to mean all too much. Because Copenhagen Flames don't actually commit really to pushing long. They send one player that way. For the rest of them, just towards Ivy. Going to just try shooting through the smoke. Trying to fake out that nobody actually has pushed long. But I think there's a player main just watching for it. So this should be just a quick tidy up from the Young Ninjas. Nilo overextending a little bit for that third fight. Didn't need to take it. Ends up getting caught out, and it is just Ninjas cleaning things up.
Well, Young Ninjas 3-1 ahead against the Copenhagen Flames. And now we will get to see a buy round. No AWP for the CT side. Of course, a little bit troublesome for Nikodos there. Sad Panda Bear. And now, are they going to buy kits? It seems not. Max is even going to go for the AUG. So, going expensive in the round. Double AUG setup for the CT side. And really, no kit? None of them? Please, don't make
I mean,
me
you've got
screaming.
limited utility already. Would have been difficult to get a kit board up, but
one person just goes for the FAMAS and support items. Or the MP9.
yeah.
Someone has to sacrifice himself.
True.
Ooh, Sapech. Sprayed through the smoke though, taken down by Max, who finds a second one. 2 kills secured. But Manon, of course, pushed in towards Old Bomb right now. Will be peeked upon, but him and his teammate pounce at the same time. That's a man advantage all of a sudden in favor of the Young Ninjas. And Asilian running away immediately. Seems they just called out the disengage to save their weapons at the start of it. That was quick. Bomb wasn't even planted yet.
Yeah, they did feel hopeful about that one. Asilian just about surviving with 1 HP there. He's just cutting it a little bit close. He had the drop on the player as well and only just gets away with it. But, yeah, certainly. I mean, does Asilian die here to the bomb? 1 HP? He needs to be careful. He might go down there. He's going to run away a bit further. I think he should be fine now.
So 4-1. Young Ninjas looking good on the T side. And, well, Train definitely. I mean, to be fair, Overpass normally would be the case as well. That it would be CT-sided. But Copenhagen Flames struggling on their defense multiple times now. Nope. Wait. Asilian has extra cash. He can probably drop an AWP in the next round with a last round bonus on the Copenhagen Flame side. They really need that Nikodos AWP to actually do something.
Yeah, well, I mean, it found the opening kill when they brought it out in the second round, but obviously it was against limited weaponry and then got immediately traded, so limited success with it. As oh, I mean, Copenhagen Flames reading this one quite well. They've got 4 players over towards this B site already. As Young Ninjas, they're stacking up in the brown halls, ready to push forward. Nodios on this Org could find some serious damage. Need some flex tape for Sapek because he's already been taken down, but quick trades coming through, and Young Ninjas just mowing down all the defenders. Round is done. With only a couple players alive for Copenhagen Flames, which should get taken care of relatively quickly here.
Yeah, the Ninjas will now be finally put up against the challenge. I expect an AWP, maybe even a double op setup, and that's exactly what they're going to do on the Flames. They're going to pick up a double AWP setup. Manx and Nikodos both on the big green sticks. Kits on their side, a ton of utility to work with as well for the CT side. So this is looking like a pretty reasonable round. And hopefully it's going to be successful for the Copenhagen Flames. Otherwise, this map might be over in a flash.
Manx with that secondary up.
Oh.
Gets tagged up by Fizzy there, who's just running down Ivy. Gets himself all the way to back train there for a moment. Decides better of it and will regroup with his teammate over near Ivy. And they're going to boost Nilo up. But look at Manx, he's looking for it. Easy shot for him. And an opening kill for the Flames. Yabby is already taking a bit of control towards May. Not going to stick around as LNZ pushes forward. Nice opening over in that direction of the map as Yabby will double himself up. Bomb dropped, and now a very difficult round is going to start to unfold for Young Ninjas. With Sapek towards Pop Dog, almost taken down by Yabby. Does just about get the kill, but Asilian not going to let him get away with that for long. And Fizzy now alone, 1 versus 4. Open dual Berettas. Hoping to find Young Ninjas a 6, but that is a very tough task ahead of him if he wants to try and do that. Bomb, not even really recoverable here. Copenhagen Flames
money
are
is also not great.
Yeah, keep the AWP up. You can buy up for you can buy up for the other players. You got obviously LNZ, Manon. They'll have plenty of cash. They can rebuy. Manon can drop over to Sapek. Busy will obviously keep this gun alive. Nilo can buy himself as well. So it should be pretty solid buy for the Young Ninjas, but obviously losing this up might have cost them quite a bit.
Well, that's gonna be another round with Copenhagen Flames on double AWPs. Let's see if it's going to be successful again. If Young Ninjas will be able to break those backs from the Flames. Even though if they lose this with the lost round bonus that they have, they're still in an okay-ish position. Sprayed through in Pop. Does need to be careful, but throws the nade up top, and look at that damage. That was right in Sapex's face. Cillian takes a little bit in return as well. Actually takes a lot in return with the double nade, but his singular one did more.
Yeah, it's almost like Sapek just sort of stood and accepted the fact that the nade was going to land on his noggin. Which is not enjoyable. I wouldn't want a high explosive grenade exploding anywhere near me.
Now it's again a little bit of a slow round from Copenhagen Flames, waiting for probably the pop flash so LNZ can peek in. And there it is. They check out no one in T main from the CT side. They stacked the B bomb side with 3 CTs though. They are rotating Asilian back towards the A site. Yabby forced out of Pop Dog. Max getting aggressive with the AWP. Finds the first. And waits for the rest of his team to rotate in. It's 5 CTs on the A bomb site. Nikodos chiming in as well. And Young Ninjas, they're running into a big, fat, whopping stack. A little bit slow on their execute. 17 seconds left on the clock. And it's all on LNZ in a 1v3. And it's not so easy. So it's going to be Copenhagen Flames taking their third round. And Young Ninjas, well, it's not really a great position to buy in. So it's probably going to be a semi-buy / eco.
Yeah, I imagine LNZ might probably buy up a little bit of maybe a pistol, maybe a bit of armor, maybe a bit of utility, but certainly it should be Copenhagen Flames with another round to come through here. I doubt there'll be much resistance from the Young Ninjas. There you go, a few Deagles purchased up for the T side. And these double AWPs working wonders for Copenhagen Flames right now, especially Manx finding a lot of openings for his side with this secondary AWP alongside Nico.
So, Manx, there are pistols on the other side. Pistols are terrifying. Again, if you have an AWP, it's probably like the worst matchup you can have. Sounds weird, but those pistols running quickly forward could absolutely destroy you. However, there are a lot of CTs to help their teammates out. They're peeking over, nade flying in, but they're not full wide peeking and giving an opportunity for these Deagles to find the quick headshots. Again, throwing out utility, spots them out just barely, but no kills secured. And that's the IV presence pretty much nullified by constant smokes being tossed in.
Maybe they can find a kill and a plant towards B. That would be nice. Obviously, Nico Doz is posted up further back to support Nodios on this B site. If he actually needs it, that is. Probably could have done with a bit of assistance there, as Fizzy is going to clap him with the Deagle, but 20 seconds on the clock, looking pretty tidy. That's until Fizzy gets in deep with that AUG, causes a bit of carnage on the back lines, but Asilian is going to kill two at the same time there. One with the molly, one with the AK. And that'll be Copenhagen Flames up to 4. A couple players going down there. They save the double AWPs. And those are the expensive weapons into the next round. But maybe, I don't know if there's an AK on the floor anywhere. Might be worth collecting an AK over one of the AWPs. But I'm not so sure if there is one around. So, for Copenhagen Flames, double AWP will continue to live long and prosper.
To be fair, 5 rounds on the T side of Train is definitely something you'd sign for at the start of the game. If you get yourself 6, 8, or 7, you're in a very good, comfortable spot. There's going to be Nico Does with the op, quick aggressive peeks, op edge dead, opening pick secured, and that's, I mean, that's what I want to see in the oppers. I want to see some, you know, a little bit of flair. Confidence is the main thing that I'm looking for, and it's going to be Fizzy going for the peek over the smoke, but the smoke is a little bit too high up, so Max keeping an eye in return himself.
I was surprised they were going for the boost that far back. I didn't think you'd be able to see anything over that. Because usually you boost close to the server box, as Mana just drops in towards Pop Dog and absolutely obliterates Asilian.
Yeah, sure. That makes sense. While falling down, you know, boom headshot. Sure. You're sitting there at the bottom being Asilian and you're like, okay, you know, sure. He got me. Could literally do nothing, but Manx does find Fuzzy. That's going to be the first. Peeking past the smoke. Yabby finds the second, and this is crumbling for the Ninjas. That double AWP. So, that was a little bit too high from Manx. Got spooked by the T on the other side. Yabby actually taken down as well by LNZ. And all of a sudden, it's a 1v3 for LNZ. Again, not a comfortable spot to be in. Could get the bomb plant in, possibly, but he's being rushed down by pistols. And Nico Does with the P2K of all weapons finds the kill.
A little unreasonable, that.
That's just BS.
So tied up. Pistols for the Ninjas. They have 4 Tech 9s, a Deagle for LNZ. And Copenhagen Flames racking up the rounds now on the CT side. But they'll certainly be looking for more. Manx under a bit of pressure towards Ivy. Just going to drop a flashbang to try and give him a bit of space. But they are hounding for him. He misses the first shot with the AWP. We'll follow it up with the Deagle, though. And get himself the opening kill.
Ooh. But they now have to cross, and there's another one in CT, and this is just easy pickings. LNZ, well, he's towards that B bomb site. Problem is he doesn't have a bomb on his back. We'll just try and possibly find a gun, maybe do a little bit of damage. Does seem to know where one of the CTs is. Takes him down. Okay, nice catch. That's going to be Nodio's dead. Picks up the AK. And has a bit to work with, but the problem is, of course, they know exactly where he's playing from, and well, he has to secure the bomb at one point. So all they have to do is really just defend the bomb. But they're giving him a couple of 1v1s, luckily enough. Asilium finds the first and final frag there. It is going to be the round win for Copenhagen Flames, putting themselves on to 6 against the Young Ninjas 5.
Just having a look at the stats for the game so far. Yabi, Asilian, Manx all at 10 kills. Nilo, the only player at 10 for the Young Ninjas so far. But Manx has certainly been putting up some good numbers with that AWP. On the CT side, Fizzy, a run boost across. Nobody to spot him out, but he has a position now to hold that close angle. And does he get a timing shot? Yes, he does. It deletes Manx and over towards Pop Dog. Asilian's been caught out by Manon yet again. The Copenhagen Flames have quickly lost themselves a 2-man. Well, they've quickly found themselves in a 2-man disadvantage. Bit of a drill comes through there. Still drilling, yeah, you know. Does make things a little bit awkward, but
what can they be doing every single time, every single day with a drill? It's unheard of. But finally, the Young Ninjas looking pretty good. The flash completely blinding 2 CTs. They get a kill, and it's going to be the site lost.
Nico Dawson, Yabi just really can't do anything about this one. Oh, now Yabi can't. Now nobody can do anything about this one for Copenhagen Flames. They all just die. 6 on the board for Young Ninjas. Definitely a pretty solid T-half so far. There's that opening kill from Fizzy. Just gets the timing through the smoke as Manx walks into it. But it was a good run of rounds from the Flames there. Now they need to try and pick themselves back up as they will rebuy into this one. Just a single ult this time. Nico Dos to wield that one. Manx is going to have to make do with the FAMAS. A couple orgs, M4. It's a pretty solid buy all in all, but no kit for them. No defuse kit. Nico Dos could have bought one up, but he has $550. And will that be the undoing of Copenhagen Flames in this round? Because Sapek, he's found the opening kill. Asilium has gone aggressive and found one in return, though. So 4-on-4 ensues, and now Fizzy trying to push into the site. Does deal with Yabi, and Nico Dos is going to fall shortly after. So Young Ninjas finding a bit of form, but look at the bomb. It's all the way out towards long. Luckily for the Copenhagen, or luckily for Young Ninjas, nobody's found that yet, but Nodios is going to be coming down the steps. And oh, there's the bomb. Hello. Unfortunately, LNZ is quick on the shot, and that leaves a lot of pressure on Asilian. But he can turn guard towards main, finds 2 quick kills, knows where the bomb is. If he can find this third, that would be huge. But Manon is just a step a little bit too far, as the Young Ninjas almost throw that round away in a 2-on-4. That could have been so deadly. If Nodios found that initial shot on towards LNZ, and with Asilian towards main, I mean, that could have been Copenhagen Flames to 7. That could have been an absolute daylight robbery.
And it seems to have been a little bit dicey there, but Asilian had to go for the full-blown ace, and it was a very hard one to muster. Nonetheless, this round, Copenhagen Flames on towards pretty much a full eco, a single flash, and a P250 bought out for Nikodos. And Young Ninjas one more round and they win the T side of Train, which is already a big plus, getting yourself 7 against 6. Definitely something you did 100% sign for at the start of the this final deciding map. Of course, the winner of this match will be 2-1 in the Swiss stakes, loser 1-2. So winner has a little bit more wiggle room. Loser will have a next best of 3 to play to decide if they're even going to be able to stay in the tournament. So this is, this is dead center even between the two teams.
The only thing really purchased for Copenhagen Flames in this round is the P250 for Nikodos. Brazilian is a flashbang as well, which, I mean, it would have to be a pretty good flashbang to be able to find much in this round. And okay, I mean, Nilo's blinded up. They do find a kill off the back of it, a second one as well. But yeah, okay, 2 kills. It's pretty decent considering the investment in that round.
But it doesn't matter considering you're in the last round, so.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, added HLTV stats. Woohoo. That's about it. No AWP in the last round for the Copenhagen Flames. They really did not give Nikodos the op that much this third map.
No, it's mainly Manx who's finding damage with it anyway on Train so far.
That's true. Okay, Manx down to 22 HP.
What an absolute baller.
I mean, it is nutty. Could be a big surprise here. And, well, they find Asilian, but the back turned, finds himself a double there. Oh my god, that he actually got fizzy. That's pretty nutty. The next level play, my friend. The next level play.
Yeah, I mean, they just had no expectation of him being in that little cubby. Gets himself the 2, and now his team are in the advantage. But Nodios almost gives himself up. They just about stay alive there towards heaven, finding a couple frags and leaving LNZ all on his lonesome in a 1 versus 3. Pop drops down to Pop Dog. Could get the bomb planted towards A. Nobody's in defense from Copenhagen Flames over in this direction, but even then, it's still going to be a 1v3. The time, of course, will start working in favor of him. But there's just going to be so many players to try and overrun him. He needs to try and find one before he gets the plant down. And, I mean, with Manx low HP out towards Ivy, this could be a very nice potential kill on the plate for him. A nice little starter to this 3-course meal, perhaps, as he... Never mind. Okay.
As he immediately dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a nutty move by Manx. Of course, it could go completely the wrong direction if they saw him crossing. But luckily enough, no one spotted him heading towards the other side. And he gets himself a 3rd in the round. Copenhagen Flames on 7 will be swapping over towards that T side. Young Ninjas with the advantage in their favor. But this pistol round, well, we'll have to wait and see who's going to be able to secure it in their favor and see who's going to come out the gate swinging.
We do also have another best of 3 after this. Which means we have an action-packed day of Counter-Strike.
That's what kind of best of 3 do we have? Do we have any Polish teams?
You know, in fact, we do. We also have a Bulgarian team in that best of 3. So it is going to be Team Fiend versus the Isaaco Boars. Could be a fun matchup.
If I'm not mistaken, Bialy is playing for Isaaco Boars as a substitute.
He is at the moment, yeah.
So, get a little bit of that XP flair mixed in there. Always fun.
Very quick hit towards the A site from the Copenhagen Flames, though, now that they switch over to that attacking side. LNZ, he has a kit and a smoke for this retake, as the bomb is going to get planted. 1-for-1 trade so far. Leave things in a 4-on-4, but Manx is going to set that right for his team as he gets a nice kill on towards Manad. Even looking for another onto Sapek, and he will collect, leaving just LNZ and Nilo in a very difficult situation. Manx Just having his way with this CT side. Nilo, last man alive. And there's just no way of ever getting this round. 1v4, 15 seconds on the clock. Backs away. And just going to try and save that Kevlar into the next round.
Well, it's going to be the round win for CPH, 8-8. So we're completely tied up between the two sides. And well, this game, this final map definitely does reek of OT for me.
You calling it already?
Yep, I'm calling it. I expect an OT to come forward.
Bold claim. As it should be Copenhagen Flames taking the lead here. That much I'm willing to prophesize. With just a couple
the Oracle
beagles.
of CSGO.
I won't go as far as to say Oracle. More of just like...
But God works for you, right?
Supreme no. Let's not test my fate, shall we? I was more gonna say caretaker, to be honest, but
a caretaker. What?
Yeah.
You changed diapers? Oh,
may as well.
Oh, that's sad. Manx down to 1 HP. Ha ha. Pepe hands.
I mean, it would have been a nice kill for the young ninjas, but maybe he can still get finished off as the push into B is coming through. Manon with a deagle trying to put up some damage, but has to reload that weapon after just the one kill. Even Sapek. Alone versus 4, but a nice kill. Finishes off that low HP. Guns being tossed around. Some high throwers there. Must be Scottish.
With the big old log toss. Nonetheless, young ninjas, they will be bested another round. Copenhagen Flames will continue their run on the T side. 9-8. They will save an Mac Daddy and the CZ, so he can drop the CZ to an ally and have a little bit of possible damage. I mean, right now, all you want to really do with the Mac Daddy is do some damage and get some extra cash so that you have a full, solid investment going forward.
Yeah, should be double digits for Flames. Doubt that the young ninjas can pull anything out of the hat on this one. I mean, I've known a lot of magicians. They could pull rabbits out of many different locations, like a hat. But
what?
But I don't think the young ninjas are going to be able to pull a 9th round out of the hat here. That seems like even a trick too advanced for even the most seasoned magician. As Yabi actually gets aggressed on towards main. Him and Nikodos go down to Sapex Mac 10. It is still a 3-on-3. That is until Manx steps in and starts to restore a bit of law and order in this lawless train yard. I'm gonna say lawless metropolitan, but this ain't Vertigo. I mean, just Fizzy, the last man alive, a USP, no armor. Copenhagen Flames are gonna dart towards that B site. Should be able to look. Oh no, they're gonna dart back towards A. They can't make up their minds. They've got a minute on the clock, so they have plenty of time to deliberate, but they seem set on this A site now, and they spotted out Fizzy. A lot of damage done towards Nodios. They're trying to hunt for him. Fizzy is somehow eluding them for a little bit longer than you'd expect, but eventually gets caught. And it is going to be Copenhagen Flames into that double-digit position.
But now the real test comes up. Fizzy with the AWP and the rest of his team on rifles. They've got a singular kit, a ton of utility, and Young Ninjas have a pretty solid buy to work with. Copenhagen Flames, well, they're going to be picking up that T-side AWP. Manx is actually going to have it in his hand because he probably just has the best spawn. To be fair, he was looking pretty good on the CT-sided op. Is he going to swap weapons with Nikodos? Yes, he is. giving it towards his team's main opper.
Nice opening from Asilian. It's going to absolutely obliterate Fizzy there. And Copenhagen Flames are 4-on-3. Young Ninjas look like they're already preparing to save this round. I mean, I don't blame them. Bomb site's lost, bomb planted.
That was quick.
Yeah, very quick round coming through as Copenhagen Flames just exploding to that B site, get the kills required. And Young Ninjas can't quite put up enough of a defense.
It's going to be the Ninjas looking to just save their weapons into the next. And the problem is, of course, Fizzy also died. So that very expensive AWP that you just bought out is already gone. They can't even retrieve it on the CT side. A little bit sad to see. Really hoping to see that Fizzy op, doing something. Because, as you previously mentioned, not necessarily the strongest in this series of the young ninja side, but this is definitely an op map. This is opper's heaven normally.
York will have to do. Still has a scope. That's good enough, right?
Yeah, true. Could also just pick up the scout and be an actual Chad.
True. Movement on that weapon is a little outrageous. But
I missed the jumping scout though.
True. When you could time it to the top of the jump and you'd be accurate. Those were the days. I am glad that no longer exists. I think Dust 2 is a slightly better place because of it, as now hit coming in towards the A site is left in a 4-on-4. It's Fizzy just being tagged and tagged through the smoke, but his teammates taking most of the contact. But he's been taken
Nilo
down.
gets a double though.
Yeah, Nilo is finding a lot of damage, leaving Nico Dos all on his lonesome. And Sapek closes the round down. Young Ninjas, with the guns out, are going to find a ninth. They don't need the AWP, apparently. Fizzy's going to have it this round either way. Saved out by his team, but I mean, Fizzy just loves the dual Berettas, doesn't he? He always buys them, but never uses them.
And I mean, I like it as well. It's just with an AWP, if you have to have that quick, second weapon, dualies actually take quite some time to get ready. Not as long as, of course, a CZ, but a P250, for instance, I think that just pulls out a lot faster.
Yeah, generally if I'm open, which is very
Though it
rarely.
is, more flare points.
Yeah.
You're way sexy with dualies. You're full Tomb Raider Lara Croft.
Yeah. Yeah, the P250 is definitely, I think, generally a better choice as a secondary for the AWPer.
Well, there's the execute coming out towards the B bomb site. 2 players close towards the site, though. And not pouncing out just yet. This is all just a bait and switch, and no one from Young Ninjas is still left on that A bomb site. And it's Nodios in a 1 versus 2 towards, and 1 versus 5 actually finds 2 kills. But the A bomb site is lost. And yeah, this is a perfectly played round by Copenhagen Flames. Young Ninjas got incredibly, completely, and utterly bamboozled.
And they're just going to have to save now. Copenhagen Flames are going to find a 12th. They have the AWP saving for Fizzy on that Young Ninja side. A couple rifles to carry through to the next round as well. Nilo could get dropped over by Manon. Fizzy could drop like an SMG or something to LNZ. Maybe a FAMAS if he wants to. Actually, no, the loss bonus is actually pretty decent. So I think they could both drop over M4s, I think, to LNZ and Nilo. So
yeah, they still have a good buy, though. Double AWP setup. Okay, that's a little bit of a different take by the Ninjas.
yeah.
I mean, Fizzy's not really been on point with the op anyway, and instead they're giving it to Nilo, who is top fragging for their team by quite a decent amount. So, if he's feeling it, give him as much as he wants.
Yeah, so if you're having a sort of if you're having a game where you're feeling it, often just grabbing that up can just elevate you to new heights. As the flashbang comes in towards Ivy, just force Nilo a little bit further back, but no real aggression from Copenhagen Flames off the back of it. Smoke down limits their progress. And a relatively sedate start this round. There's a big old gap for Nikodos to see through there at the corner of that smoke. Doesn't spot anything though, and now as the smoke fades, Copenhagen Flames set up their own utility, but a counter molly from Nilo holds them back yet again. Two players itching to get going towards main, as well as the main offensive towards Ivy starts to progress. That nade going to do pretty much nothing in towards main. It goes way too deep, and now Young Ninjas going to have a time of their life, perhaps, as Nilo get an opening. Manx goes down. No trade kill found. 40 seconds on the clock. There's still a smoke towards main, holding these two players in this direction back. And Molotov might actually force them forward once this smoke fades. Nodios inside of it, going to get caught by Man and Spray. And Nilo just trying to shoot through the edges of the smoke, because it's the Young Ninjas finding absolutely everything here. Just Nikodos and Asilian, the last two alive. Fizzy catches off Asilian, and Nikodos, AWP in hand, just going to have to back away through Ivy. But Sapek is going to be coming behind him, and maybe Nikodos takes him down. Yes, he does. Keeps himself alive a little bit longer, and I think Young Ninja's just going to respect that AWP. Not going to try and hunt for him any longer, as it's going to be double digits now for the Young Ninjas. They are going to keep things within arm's reach here on Train.
Yeah, they took quite some time. Execution came out late as well, last 30 seconds, and that forces you out into a very uncomfortable position. Here we do see Manx entry kill master was pretty good on that CT AWP as well. And second is Nilo to get tied up with the side of Vasilian. So yeah, big entry fraggers on the Copenhagen Flame side, which of course we did see in that opening map as well. They are very good at the opening picks, but Young Ninjas, they're holding strong and trying to extend this game for as long as they possibly can, because they do want to take this one in probably regulation. You win one more round here, you force Copenhagen Flames on towards an eco, and then you can possibly string a couple of rounds in a row. Young Ninjas, only one player will not be able to really afford to buy into the next round, but if it goes horribly wrong, they'll probably immediately bail and save.
AWP for Nikodos, obviously saved from that prior round. Looking towards heaven to see if he can find an opening shot, but nobody is going to reveal themselves. Nice little nade there from Nodios, just bouncing off that corner. Lands right where SCT would be pushing up.
They're playing the 1-2 pounds towards B long. That's actually a little sneaky move. Opper shoots, and then the rifle at close range goes for the wide peak, and that's exactly what happens. He's going to go aggressive. Fuzzy spots out the player lower. That's the bomb dropped in the open. INZ catch out Nodios, and Copenhagen Flames, they're dropping like flies. The flank from Manon coming through, rushing down the ramp position, and it's going to be a clean sweep. Young Ninjas destroy Copenhagen Flames 12-11, and the Flames didn't even deal any damage to the Ninjas. And now it's just going to be two P250s and a quick rush towards the B-bomb site, or not a quick rush it seems. LNC did drop his molly, but there's enough CTs to try and stop this push, or is there? The bomb gets itself on towards site, can get the plant in. A little bit of a whiff there by Manon. does lose his life, but Fizzy, he does get a kill with the dualies. Oh my god, he actually gets a dualies kill.
Hoping there's a replay of that. Sad. There isn't. Oh well.
Sad.
It happened. That's what matters. And even if it was on someone with about 2 HP, doesn't matter. Still a dualies kill. And 12-12 the score, tied up. For Copenhagen Flames, that was the aim from that previous round. Just getting that bomb planted. A couple of kills are a nice little bonus. So they have a very nice buy into this next round. Young Ninjas out there. They're built up a bit of reserve cash. So it's going to take a couple rounds here from the Copenhagen Flames to try and reduce that cash to a point where Young Ninjas would be in a position where they need to start ecoing, maybe having a minimal buy. Leon did clear out a bit of Pop Dog. Now makes his way back up the ladder as Nilo has found an opening kill. Manx is going to be the one falling. Nodios falls shortly after as well to Manon's M4 as things... Oh, that was almost a shot for Nilo. Almost gets it for time... Or for Fizzy, rather. No, it was Nilo. Okay, both the AWPers sort of chilling over towards Ivy as Fizzy almost gets the timing, but just switches off the AWP to player strays into his crosshair. Unfortunate for him. Yabi eventually finds one for Copenhagen Flames, but it's really not much coming through for them. It's Nico Dos alone against 4, and this would have to be something monumental from him to try and overcome what Young Ninjas have got locked down here, because they've got the bomb towards Red Train as well. So Nico Dos, this is, I'm afraid, a pretty unwinnable situation. Especially as... Ooh, Nilo. Okay. Will repeat and get the kill. Not sure why he took a shot through the corner. Maybe just hoping that he connects, but doesn't really matter in the end as Young Ninjas take the lead 13-12.
No, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so might as well. But it is Ninjas looking pretty good on the CT side once those first couple of rounds from the Copenhagen Flames have pretty much dwindled down. The Flames losing their lives before they even get close towards the site most of these rounds as well. Just a quick peek with the op boom. The double AWP setup from the Ninjas is pretty solid. Now they're going to group up to hit that B bomb site again. Quick rotation coming out from Young Ninjas to send in one of the AWP players to help out against the bounce. This time around, though, they have a little bit of a better buy than they had previously when they went for that B bomb site hit. But there's going to be the rush coming forward. Molly to keep them from going towards side. Tech 9 close range. Manx finds himself Manon. And a little bit of damage being... Actually, a reasonable amount of damage being dealt here. They will go for the bomb plant in. That's a lot. Now it's all on Manx in a 1v2. Deagle in hand. Does he find the connections? Quick double headshot could seal the deal. Finds Sapech 1v1 up against Nilo, and that's an op versus a Deagle. This is dangerous to deal with for Nilo, especially because Manx got himself back towards ramp. He's going to creep in. The shadow gets spotted out. Manx knows exactly where he's playing from, and he even wins it out. 3 kills for him. Copenhagen Flames with the force up managed to win the round.
Young Ninjas letting it slip there over towards the B bomb site. A lot of damage being found. It's looking like they were pretty comfortable early on. But now it puts them in an awkward position. I mean, obviously Copenhagen Flames only that one player surviving, but an AWP collected by Manx there at the end of the round does give the Copenhagen Flames a nice weapon to work with, a nice start to this buy, and obviously winning out the round, they have plenty to buy up around it with.
The big question is, will they be able to, of course, win a round with actual guns instead of just a couple of pistols on the Copenhagen Flame side? Because that's the rounds where they've really been struggling on their T side. Now, Young Ninjas, they've got their double AWP setup again, ready to rumble. Nikodo's on the T side up, though. That might make this round fairly interesting. And OD is getting incredibly close.
Don't even. You called it at half time, and I don't want you to be correct about it because it sets a dangerous precedent. But Copenhagen Flames set a dangerous precedent in this round as they go barreling in towards this A site. 2 quick kills picked up. Nilo trying to fight back with the AWP, but he'll get a face full of lead from Nico Dos, and it leaves just Fizzy and LNZ a 2-on-4 where they're just going to have to save these weapons as best they can. Copenhagen Flames retake the lead, 14 on the board for them, and they inch closer and closer to securing this 2-1.
Do they still make bullets out of lead?
I don't know.
I mean, lead is poisonous, so I mean, you're still trying to kill someone.
I was just gonna say, I don't think people really care about a little bit of poison when they're shooting.
Yeah, but there's also like some certain rules that you have to abide by. Like, if someone is parachuting down, it's a war crime to shoot them while they're midair. Stuff like that. You know, if you're gonna have wartime, do it fairly. Yeah. That sort of stuff.
Yeah, they still use lead. Well, it's brass or copper.
Huh. Okay. The more you know. Kind of brass I knew, but I didn't know if they still did lead. Seems like some like old school Western revolver stuff.
Fistful of lead.
But we'll have to wait and see if it's going to be Copenhagen Flames putting the lead in the Young Ninjas, or if it's going to be the latter putting it into the former, because we have ourselves, well, getting down to the last couple of rounds. Copenhagen Flames, will they get themselves onto map point here? And with that, of course, series point, which they're definitely looking forward to. Or is this going to be the Young Ninjas getting themselves back in action?
Young Ninjas, they need to either win this round out or find a lot of kills and save these guns, really, because they don't have any reserve cash for a few of these players. Sapek, Man, and Nilo are all very low on economy. They've got nothing to work with if the Young Ninjas aren't able to pick up this round. They need to save a few guns. Fizzy and LNZ, they can manage a buy if things go south. So if Copenhagen Flames get a couple quick entries, we could see Young Ninjas saving yet again and giving up the 15th and just trying to fight back and get 2 in a row to force it to OT. But if they win the round, obviously tie game 14-14. Copenhagen Flames, they'll be able to rebuy themselves and have a fight to the death, essentially, a full 30 on the final map between these two. And if you are just tuning in for the games, we also have another one after this. Isaac O'Bore's coming up against Team Fiend, the Poles versus the Bulgarians. Should be an interesting matchup, but the Swedes versus the Danes is the one we're focused on now. And it's Nico Dos with that AWP for Copenhagen Flames, or as the Danes probably say, Copenhagen.
Yeah, I guess.
That nade could have done a lot more damage, but Nico and Cillian just managed to elude most of its potential. The Copenhagen Flames start to lurk over towards that B site. A 2-man defense ready and raring to receive the Flames. A bit like the Olympic torch. When it transfers between people on its way to the next destination, the Young Ninjas are ready to receive it and maybe snuff it out as well. Just under a minute on the clock.
And then you're the guy that trips and it quickly grab your matches, turn it on. Okay, no, nothing happened. Nobody saw anything but Fezzy. Well, Nodios didn't see anything but a bullet, and he's going to get taken down. Man advantage for the Young Ninjas. A good start to get themselves onto that 14-14 scoreline, and they're rotating away from B, looking to go for a pop drop. They will get the pop drop, but there's left mouse button being held. A 2-man hold from Pop Dog, and that's going to be Young Ninjas getting control of the bomb. 20 seconds left on the clock, and Copenhagen Flames will be forced to save their weapons. The round for Young Ninjas, 14-14, and that OT is getting so close.
Really is. Young Ninjas, they avoid a difficult situation with the economy. They keep themselves alive, and Copenhagen, they'll have themselves another buy coming through. They can buy up no problem, especially with these 2 guns saved across.
Copenhagen. I got that.
I read chat, and apparently it's more Copenhagen. More of a V in there.
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen. But I know I'm butchering it. I'm sorry to every Dane
probably
that
Google
may be
Translate
watching.
for it.
Probably. I know I'm butchering it, so apologies to everybody, but I'm just a simple Brit. Is quite often
Copenhagen.
What was
Google
that
Translate says Copenhagen.
That was okay.
Yep, that was a literal copy paste.
I'll stick with Copenhagen. I'm sorry.
Or the Flames, or CPH.
Yeah. Well, right now the Flames looking to try and hit towards this B site. Fizzy posted up with the AWP towards connector though. Has assistance from LNZ up towards heaven and smoked off. Needs to try and find a different angle as Copenhagen. They're still not pushing in. They're waiting. They're biding the time. These smokes aren't going to last forever though. And now they start pushing forwards. Fizzy trying to create a bit of space for himself over towards connector. Ooh, he thought maybe he might try a shot through the smoke, but he'll bide his time for a little bit longer. Allows Yabi to get deep in towards the site. By the red train, he'll sit. And he has a bit of overwatch from his teammates as well, trying to cover his lanes. But a 5v5 retake, Young Ninjas, they surely go for this one. They have economy to rebuy if they need to, but it's the Copenhagen Flames finding a lot of the kills. A 4-on-2 leaves Fizzy and LNZ, the original B defenders, the last 2 alive here. And with 15 seconds left on this bomb, they are just going to tuck tail and save, ensure they have all the cash they need for this next round, as they are going to try and force this one to OT.
OT, OT, OT. Uh-oh. Fiend versus Zako Boris should actually have started in about 3 minutes, but that is going to be delayed slightly further into the future, depending on, of course, if this is going to be OT and whatnot, and to get everything ready for that series as well. But is it going to be that 16-14 or is it a 15-15? What do you think? We hitting OT?
I think Copenhagen Flames take
to the
this
dark
one.
Side?
No, I think Copenhagen Flames secure this one 16-14, but your guess is as good as mine, especially with Fizzy finding an opening shot. Yabi, though, is nice and quick on that trade, has had a difficult series for the most part, but if he can step up now and trade when his team most need it, Manon, oh, he thought maybe he gets 2 there, but we'll have to make do with just a single kill. A lot of damage done towards Yabi as well. He's going to make him a very tender loin. And Young Ninjas might just be able to scoop him up. Yeah, they might be able to cook him up on a nice platter. As Copenhagen Flames, they are going to duck over towards this B site instead. LNZ trying to rotate in, going to miss the timing on the first 2 players, but does spot the AWPer of Manx towards the ramp, who's going to actually fire off the first shot and take the advantage for the Flames, but Fizzy is not done! Fizzy is really not done! 2 very quick kills come through, and Manx is alone, having to defend the planted bomb from 2 CTs, but he could certainly still win this one as he gets an angle onto Nilo. They don't understand that the bomb is planted right for him, and he gets the tag, but not the kill. We go into OT, and please tell me your secrets, Truman, because you predicted this at half-time, and we sit there now, 15-15. Team Fiend versus Isaaco Balls. He's going to have to wait a little bit longer.
Oh my god, he actually got the tag through the floorboards. How does he not kill him there? Oh, that is so sad to see. But of course, it does mean that we're going to be heading over towards mother flippin' T. And well, OT is definitely going to be a doozy to watch, to behold between these 2 teams. Well, now I'm going to ask you a question. Who do you think is going to take it in OT?
I'm still going for the Copenhagen Flames here. I still think they're the better team out of the two of these. And in OT, when it starts getting crazy, when things start heating up and the chaos ensues, I still think Copenhagen Flames are going to be able to prevail with just a bit more raw skill that they have over the Young Ninjas. I think that's going to come through. I think Asilian especially might thrive in these sorts of conditions. We've seen him have a massive impact in all three maps so far. If Nico Doss steps up with that AWP as well, we could be seeing something from him. I think Copenhagen Flames have a lot of potential here, and they're not quite living up to it, but we'll have to wait and see. Young Ninjas have certainly been impressive as well. Lots of great fragging Fizzy coming online in these last few rounds as well, with that AWP clutching it out for his team there. 4 kills in that round, in fact, so great stuff from him. But what are you saying now at this point? Because are you just going to predict another OT? Is that what you're going to say?
No, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Young Ninjas taking it in the first OT. I believe in what, like 1917 scoreline.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see if my predictions are correct.
We are about to get into OT now. Look at that, Manx. Most kills, most first kills, but it's Fizzy with the most AWP kills right now. Shows you that the Copenhagen Flames haven't been getting those AWPs online as much as they'd want to. Nico Doss still doing okay, but needs to try and give his team some advantages here. As it's into the first round of OT, Copenhagen Flames remain on that T side, and Young Ninjas, they'll remain on the defense.
Copenhagen Flames have been rather slow on their rounds, on their T rounds so far. Not many aggressive runs forward. Oh, only moment they really did that was, okay, that utility is enough to kill off Manon. Molly plus nade stack equals death. And a man advantage picked up for Copenhagen Flames without really doing anything. Or even seeing their opponent.
Yeah, that's certainly the best kind of opening you can have. Not even having to risk your own life. Take another. But can the Young Ninjas try and answer back? Try and find an even situation. Maybe even go one better as Nilo. Oh, he's creeping around this smoke towards Ivy, not finding any sort of opening, but as it starts to fade, oh, he looks the other way, and another couple kills come through for the Flames, leaving it all up towards Fizzy and LNZ, and they may as well go for the semi-free 16k. You have no qualms with the economy. You can risk everything in every one of these rounds, fight tooth and nail, but that's not going to be enough. They need the screws as well, as it's all up to LNZ, and he can only find the first in a string of 5. As it's Copenhagen Flames early with the first 16th.
Okay. You know, they can only get one more, and otherwise my prediction's done. But Copenhagen Flames looking pretty good, winning, trying to win as many T-sided rounds as possible. And again, Fuzzy, he really loves those dualies. I mean, of course, in OT with that amount of money, you can definitely go for some extra additional pieces, but I've only, I think, seen 1 kill with the dualies so far this series. And he's bought them a lot. Okay, there's the flank coming up from behind, but Nico does finds the first onto Nilo. He even finds Fuzzy. That's going to be problematic now for the side of Young Ninjas, Asilian, Kaiso, Sapach. And yeah, that's pretty much almost the round over. The flank comes in, but they get spammed through as well, expecting them to be pop tog, and Young Ninjas getting crushed on their CT side.
Yeah, this is really looking sick for the Copenhagen Flames. This would have to be something monumental coming through. 30 seconds left on this bomb. And LNZ, ooh, just about avoiding the timing there with the HE coming in towards the pop dog position. Will get himself alive. The Young Ninjas, they aren't even testing this one. Not even going to try and go for this one. They're just, saving in OT seems a bit weird to me when it's MR3 16k. And obviously, you got Nilo and Fizzy a little bit low on cash, but they get plenty in to drop over. LNZ and Manon could have easily dropped 2 double AWPs over if they died. And so yeah, you definitely had enough cash to rebuy even if you lost everybody in that round. And get the double AWPs through as well. It would have been fine.
But it is Young Ninjas with well, the last possible round that they can win on their CT side. It's a big blast so far that they've had to really endure. Will they be able to get the ball rolling on their side, or could this just end miserably for them on the first OT? Okay, they're trying to go for the 1-2 pounds in Pop Dog again. Drop in, he finds a first. Okay, a 1-for-1 trade, but T-Main has been taken in control of the Young Ninjas. But they at least have some far forward positioning in their favor, and that's immediately going to call the rotations away from Copenhagen Flames. They're moving away and probably looking to hit that B bomb site, where currently they send in Nilo with that secondary AWP to help out his teammate LNZ.
4-on-4. Copenhagen Flames looking to try and take themselves a very clean sweep on OT number 1 here on the T side. But as they push forward, missed shot from Fizzy. Gives them a bit of space to work with. Sapek, though, not going to give them that same quarter as it's Manx quick from the trade. LNZ still in the site, yet to be cleared out. They need to find him, and Manx is going to do a lot of work here for the Flames. Only 20 HP left for him, but a 2-on-2, and the bomb planted. Nico Dos trying to create a bit of space. Needs to be careful, though, because now Nilo's swinging in from the side and has taken down his teammate, and there's nothing Nico Dos can do. 17 is all that the Flames can find on that first half, but Young Ninjas getting away with that last round. Gives them a little bit of clear space in their lungs. A little bit of room to breathe. Going into the second half as they now take their turn on the attack.
Yeah, let's see if they can get it done on the other side. Of course, both teams 8-7 in the T side of Train, so wouldn't be surprising if all of a sudden this hits that double OT again. You know, getting that secondary OT, making sure that Fina and Azako Boars have to wait for a very long time in the waiting room.
Manx, Nico Dos, double up setup coming out again. We saw Manx hitting his stride quite often on that first half of the Copenhagen Flames with the up. We'll see if he can do it again. As the Young Ninjas, they bring Fizzy the AWP in. No opening kills found as of yet. Young Ninjas looking out towards the A site. Sapek, that is a great opening as Yabi cut down in the open. His team will have to do without him now. And look at the amount of space that Sapek has gained off the back of that, but it's a real hit coming in towards the B site. Copenhagen Flames have been a little bit bamboozled with that one, as look how far LNZ has gotten. In towards the back of the site, catches Manx on the retake, and he's still just finding so much damage. 3 kills for him, leaves Nico Dos all on his lonesome. And Young Ninjas, they're going to tie up this overtime scoreline. It's going to be 17-17, barring an act of God for Nico Dos here. And it is Nilo. He will smite thee down. So 17 for the Young Ninjas. They managed to tie it up. And Copenhagen Flames dropping the ball in that first round. Need to try and tidy themselves up a little bit.
Well, this is a really close affair. Honestly, the first 2 maps, pretty much one-sided affairs for the most part.
And, well, Copenhagen Flames, they Again, going into that double up setup. Hoping they can at least find an opening in this round. It was Sapek who just ran in towards the A site last time, cut off Yabi from his team and cured the kill. Now Yabi is looking for a little bit of revenge as he pushes in towards main, hoping to find a player in that position. Instead, he'll find just information that nobody's in that location. And a few rhymes there for this nation. As Yabi does have a bit of support as well from Massilian. They'll try and go for a 1-2 punch. It's Manx who gets the first, and Massilian nailed by Manon. A 1-for-1 trade. Copenhagen Flames still looking for an advantage that they can muster up here. That smoke towards ramp. Manon's just going to run through it. Doesn't have a care in the world as Nodios is towards Oil Train, trying to take him down, and will do so. A huge kill to find, but can he get away to safety? Just about Sapek can't quite find him from the top of the bomb train. And bomb planted, retake required, but Copenhagen Flames, they hold a man advantage.
And it's going to be the retake situation. They have a bit of utility as well, but Fizzy finds it first as the chime in from Sapech. And now close range. Nico does will get taken down. It's going to be all on to Nodios in a 1v2. Finds it first. Fuzzy with the AWP. Is it going to be expected though? Swaps over. Is he going to go for the op? Misses the shot though. Grab the dualies. Grab the dualies. You can dually it. No, goes for the missed op shot. It's the round win for Young Ninjas regardless, but finally he did manage to get a dualies kill, but we didn't see the full vision of it. But my god, just kill him with the dualies.
Yeah, I feel like Fizzy's never really wielded them, despite having them pretty much every round when he's got the AWP. In the end, doesn't matter much as the Young Ninjas now find themselves at 18, and match and series point coming through for the Young Ninjas here. Let's see if they can secure it. Let's see if they can take this one, or are Copenhagen Flames gonna be able to live for another OT here? They need to go OT2 or bust, and it's Fizzy with an opening that is gonna go untraded. That Molotov might make life a little bit difficult, and it will make things very difficult for Fizzy. Yabi's gonna burn him out, smoke him out, just like you do with the Wasps.
Oh, you murder wasps?
Smoke them out, don't murder them.
Oh. Well, you know, both. Smoke them out and then keep that electric, you know, fly swatter right above it. I'm a sadistic person.
Yeah, I can tell.
Do make sure that they're not bees, though.
Everybody loves
Wasps are evil. Bees are like relatively slightly less evil.
Yeah. Nico Dos is also evil. Nice kill onto Sapek, showing no mercy. Just takes him down with the AWP as Nilo trying to push aggressive in towards the A site. Checks towards Heaven, but it's not able to spot out Yabi, who's currently sat up in that position. Kills coming though through for the Young Ninjas. Still leaves them in a deficit as it's Nodios, Yabi, and Manx looking to retake this site and try and take us to another OT. Oh. But Nilo, no way. He's going to put them to bed in a Lilo as it's all good said and done. Young Ninjas, they find 19 and they overcome the Copenhagen Flames in this best of 3. You're right, you got the score dead on the mark there.
Yes!
And we did go a little bit overrun. We are going to be heading as quickly as possible into our next match, which is going to be Team Fiend versus Isaac Board. And if it's anything as close as this one, we're going to be in for another treat. So stay tuned and check out some more LOOT.BET action coming right up.